Hey guys, in this video we are going to see something that is very basic, very fundamental about numbers. So this is actually I'm answering a question that was asked in one of the videos that a student asked me to explain how to write the fraction numbers on a straight line. So this actually falls under rational numbers. So I'll cover the basic about the rational numbers and the fraction on a straight line. Right, okay. So before we understand what is a rational number, let's understand what are the different types of numbers that we know, in our life, right? So we know there is something called natural numbers, natural numbers. What is a natural number? Let me quickly give you an explanation, See, you have coins or maybe fruits in a basket, So you have to count those fruits or the coins. What will be the number that you would start with? What is it? Yes, very good. So you will start with 1, right? You will start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and go on, right? So that is what we call it natural number. So when you start counting with 1, that is what natural number. There is no end to it. It just goes on, right? It will have infinite number of counts. So that is what a natural number. So how do we address that, or how do we show that in a straight line? The numbers that will start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then it will just go on. So that is a natural number, right? Now the next one is a whole number, right? Whole number that is addressed using W, right? Whole number. So this one is natural, this one is whole numbers, right? So what is a whole number? Just for a quick understanding and easy to remember, let me give you another scenario, right? You see, you play a game, or you watch a game, right? Or a sports, right? So when the sports is starting, right, or you start your game, what is the score would start with? So it would always start with what? 0, right? See, you have to start from 0 and then when you get the first point it will increase to 1 and then 2 and 3 and 4 and it will just go on as well, right? So when it comes to whole numbers, right, whole number will include 0 as well, right? So that is what a whole number is, right? Natural number is when you start counting something that you will naturally start counting from 1 onwards, right? But when you play a sports or a game, your point would start from 0, right? Initially you will have 0 points and then as you gain more points, it will just keep increasing. So when you include 0, that becomes a whole number. Do you play any sports? Yes? Very good. That's good and healthy for the mind and the body as well, right? Okay, so now there's a third one, right? Third one is called integers, right? Integers. Now what is integers? Now I'll give you another scenario here. See, whenever we do a subtraction, right, from 6, if you want to subtract 4, what would you do? Right? What would you do? Okay, we usually do, we just reduce one by one. Let me just draw a temporary line here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? Now if you want to subtract 4 from the 6, what would you do? You take 1 out first and then another one, that is 2, and then you go 3 and then 4, right? So you reach at 2. So 6 minus 4 will be 2, right? Suppose somebody is asking you to subtract 6 from 4. What it means is that 4 minus 6. Can we do this? So far in our class we understand that this is not a valid mathematics, right? We cannot subtract 6 from 4. But as you grow, you need to know there is a way to subtract it. So that is what we are going to see here. See, now let me Okay, let me use a different color. Yeah, let me use a different color. You see here, now the 4 is here, right? We need to subtract 6 from 4. We go 1 point, yeah, 1, and then we go 2, then we go 3. At 3 we reached 1, right? So what is after 1 here? If you go towards the left, it will be 0, right? So but we have reached only 4. We need to reach up to 6, right? So for that, what we do is we still go, and then it goes in a negative numbers. So it goes to -1, and then it goes to -2, right? So here it is 5 and 6, right? So now you can answer when you subtract 6 from 4, the answer is -2, right? Yeah, got it, right? So now, see, to include these numbers as well, right? See, the negative numbers and 0, then positive numbers. All of them included together is what we call it integers. Yeah, it is, this one is a negative integers, and this one is positive integers, and this one is 0, which is neutral, right? So all of them together falls under integers. Yeah, so how do we represent in the straight line? It's the same thing that we are going to address here. Yeah, so I will use a different color here. Yeah, see here, it goes here -1, -2 or -2, and then -3, -4, and then it goes on as well this side. Yeah, so this is how we represent the integers on a straight line. Yeah, so these are different types of numbers, and how do we fit the different types of numbers into the straight line? Got it so far? Yeah, okay. Now we come to the rational numbers. Yeah, so what is a rational number? Yeah, rational numbers, it comes from the word ratio. Yeah, and the rational numbers are used usually to compare two numbers or the quantity of any things between two people. Yeah, so that is what the ratio is used for, and the ratio is usually represented using the fractions. Yeah, fractions and ratios sometimes used interchangeably. For example, you have 3 mangoes and your brother has 9 mangoes. Yeah, now the ratio between the both of you is 1:3. You know why? You have 1 times 3 and your brother has 3 times 3, right? 3 mangoes. So that is the ratio between you and your brother, right? So that is the ratio. That's how it is represented. It can also be written as you have 1/3 as many mangoes as your brother. What it means is that you have 1 portion of it and your brother has 3 portion of it. So this can be written as a fraction this way. So that is what a ratio means. Yeah, a ratio, a rational number is a number that is represented by a fraction. Yeah, so that is how you understand it. So how it becomes a fraction is this. This is how it becomes a fraction. See, you initially have a ratio and then we just represent it using the fraction number. It's a normal fraction number only, but we are just using it to represent some ratios between two people. Yeah, for a comparison, that's all. Yeah, now what does the rational numbers include? Yeah, see, the rational numbers include all these integers, yeah, and also the fractions. That is what the rational numbers include. What it means is that, let me erase this one. Yeah, you see, we want to know if there are any numbers between 0 and 1. Can you tell me if there are any numbers between 0 and 1? No? But I would say there is. Yeah? So that is what we represent using the rational numbers. Yeah? What it means is that, you see, now you have 1 apple. Yeah? When you cut 1 apple into maybe 2 pieces, is it less than 1 or more than 1? It becomes less than 1, right? It is half, right? So the half will be between 0 and 1, right? See, if it's 0 to 1, This is one apple. When you cut the apple into two pieces, that becomes half. 1 by 2. Right? So what it means is that between 0 to 1, right, it becomes as many pieces that you want to cut this single apple into. How many pieces can you cut? It is again infinite numbers of pieces, right? You can cut one apple into even 1,000 or 10,000 pieces, right? There is no count for it. It's the infinite number of pieces. So between 0 to 1, likewise, there are infinite number of fractions. You get it? Surprised? Yeah? So far we thought there is no numbers between 0 and 1, right? So that is how a rational number is represented. Yeah? It need not be between 0 to 1. It can be even between 2 and 3. It can be between 3 and 4. Any numbers, which is what we are going to see now. Yeah? So for that I will use this line. Yeah? Let me use this line. I'll put 0 here. But I will not use the same measure here. I have to have a bit more space. So I will just use maybe 1 here. And then 2, 3. And then here it is 4. And the same thing I will do on the left side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this one is 5. Yeah? Okay, so this is how you mark the line, mark the numbers in a straight line. Now let's see how to mark the fractions or the rational number in the straight line. But before that, let's understand some things about the fraction numbers. Yeah, different types of fraction numbers. Yeah, so the fraction numbers, there are proper fractions. Yeah, proper fractions, and then improper fractions, and then mixed numbers, right? What is a proper fraction? Proper fraction is a fraction in which the denominator is higher than the numerator. What it means is that if the numerator is, for example, 4 and the denominator is 7, this is a proper fraction. It need not be only this one. It can be any number, however big it is. Yeah, even if you take 10,000 at the denominator, and then if the numerator is 1 less than the denominator, it means a proper fraction. Yeah. Now improper fraction is where the numerator is higher than the denominator. It is just like opposite. For example, 7 over 4. If you write it this way, this is an improper fraction. Yeah, improper fraction. What is a mixed number? Mixed number is you have a whole number. You have a whole number which is maybe 7, and then you have a proper fraction next to it. Yeah, which is 3 by 4. Yeah, so this is a mixed number, right? You can convert the mixed number to become a improper fraction. How you do that? You multiply the whole number with the denominator and then add the numerator and then put it at the numerator, and then the denominator will always be the same thing. What it means is that 7 times 4 is 28 plus 3 is 31. So 31 over 4 is equivalent to this mixed number. Equivalent to this mixed number. So which is a improper fraction, right? Got it? Yeah. Okay. From an improper fraction, you can change the number to become a mixed number also. For that, what we do is we divide the numerator using the denominator, right? Let's see how to do that. For that, 31, and then we divide using the 4. How many 4s do we have in 31? 7 times 4 is 28, right? Now the remainder is 3. Now we got the quotient, which is 7. So the 7 will become the whole number, and then the remainder you put it on the numerator, and the divisor you put it at the denominator. So this is the mixed number. See, originally that's what we had. Yeah, understand? So this is what we are going to use to mark the the fractions or the rational numbers in the straight line. Yeah, so this understanding is something that you need to have so that it will be easy for you to understand what I am going to explain now. Yeah, okay, so let me just erase it. Let's mark three numbers on this straight line. One is 3 by 4, and the second one is minus 3 by 4, and the third one is minus 3 by 2. Yeah, so these three fractions we are going to mark in this straight line. Yeah, okay, you see here, whenever in a proper fraction, right, in a proper fraction, you know that the denominator is always greater than the numerator, right? What it means is that it is less than 1. Yeah, surprise? Yeah, see, whenever the denominator is greater than the numerator, it means the value of this fraction is less than 1. Yeah, it can be any big number. As I said, one apple can be cut into any number of pieces. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many pieces that you cut into, it is still less than one apple, right? Right? But it is more than 0 apple. You have something, right? So it is more than 0 but less than 1 apple, right? It's a small piece, that's all, right? So how do we represent this number, the first number? Yeah, the first number. What this means is that this is obviously less than 1. What it means is that it is between 0 to 1. Between 0 to 1, because this is a positive number, right? This is a positive number. These are negative numbers which we will, oh, I didn't mark negative, is it? This is supposed to be negatives. All numbers are negative. Yeah, sorry guys. Okay, so for the negative numbers, obviously we will look into here. So we will do one by one. This one is 3 by 4. What it means is that this one is one apple cut into 4 pieces, right? Cut into 4 pieces. This one, right? 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? 4 pieces are cut, and the third point is what we are taking, right? We are going to the third point. So this is what 3 by 4 in a straight line. Got it? Easy, right? See, simple. Whenever you have a denominator which is greater than the numerator, it means this value is within 1, right? Between 0 and 1. It is less than 1, that's all, right? So the denominator number that you have here, that is the number of pieces that this apple is cut into, right? Here we have 4, so we just put 4 points. If this was 1,000 or 10,000, then you have to make 10,000 points there and then reach the number that is in the numerator, right? So here it is 3, so we reach to 3, third point. So this is what 3 by 4 means. Yeah, got it guys? Yeah, okay, fine. Now let's come to the second one. Now you tell me whether this one is a negative number or a positive number. Very good, this is a negative number. So, but is this greater than 1 or less than 1? Negative 1. Did you say smaller? Actually, this is not smaller than 1. This is greater than 1. I'll tell you why. This is another rule that if you read in your book, that if you go from left to right in a straight line where there are negative numbers as well, if you take any number, right, any number in the line, the number to the right of the number that you are picking up is greater than that number. What it means is that negative 1 is greater than negative 2. Yeah? Got it, right? In other words, let me give you a scenario. You borrow money from 2 people. Yeah? From one person you are borrowing $1. And the other person you are borrowing $2. Who will be happy to give you the money? I mean, who will be more? Obviously both of them will not be happy, but at least who will be more happier? Obviously the person who is lending $1, right? Because he is lending only $1, right? So that is how you can just remember when there is more negative numbers. I mean, if the negative number is greater, in the sense that if it is growing, what it means is that it is losing its value. Yeah, So what it means is that like -1 is greater than -2. -2 is greater than -3. Yeah. So if you go from left to right, yeah. So the number on the right side is always greater than the number on the left side. Yeah. So now let's come to this fraction. Same thing. The apple is cut into 4 pieces, right? Which is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? Did I cut into 4 pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Yes. Okay. Now after cutting into 4 pieces, let's choose the third place. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. So this is what? -3/4. Yeah. So this is what this number represents to. Yeah. This is here and this one is here. Let's see now this number. You see here in the numerator the number is greater, right? You got it, right? See, this is an improper fraction because the numerator is greater than the denominator. So what should we do is, before we mark this value into the straight line, we should convert this into a mixed number. Yeah, we just saw how to convert a improper fraction into a mixed number. Yeah, so if you convert this to a mixed number, what will it become? 1/2. Yeah, so this still a negative number, so it is -1 and then 1/2. You want me to show how? Okay, let's do the usual division. Yeah, 3 and then 2. See, 1 times 2 is 2 and then remainder is 1. Yeah, so we should put the whole number at the first and then the remainder on the numerator, and the number, the divisor, that is at the denominator. So that is how we got this number, and this is a negative number, so we put the negative sign here. Okay, so now let's see how to mark this one in the straight line. Yeah, see, we have the whole number here. It can be 1, 2, 3, any number, right? If you see here it is 1, so obviously this is after this -1. This position, right? The place of this number is after the -1. What it means is that, see, this is -1, it's here. Between this -1 and -2, it is split into 2 pieces. 2 pieces, and then the first place is what? This position will be, the number will be. Yeah, what it means is that, see, here it is -1, so -1 is here, and between -1 and -2 it is split into 2 pieces. This apple is cut into, you get 1 apple, and then the other apple, see, 1 whole apple you get it, and then in the next apple you cut it into 2 pieces. That is what this one, you get the half of the apple, right? So that is what this place is, so 1/2. But how do we represent it? We represent it -1 and then 1/2, because we have to always add the whole number also. Or you can use this one itself, right? The improper fraction itself. Or you can write it as -3/2. Either way you can write it. -1 and 1/2, it's a mixed number, or you can use the improper fraction this way. Yeah, got it? Now let's do the reverse way. Reverse way means, okay, I'll mark here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, mark here, and then we want you to find this point. Yeah, this point, and this side also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And here I want you to find this point. See, first the fraction was given, and then we marked the fraction in the straight line. Now a point in the straight line is given, pointed, right? They are asking us to find what is the value for the points that are marked. Yeah, so let's find it out. You see here, we know how to mark a improper fraction, right? We made it like a mixed number, and then we went to the straight line to find the value for it, right? See, same thing, same logic applies here. You see here we have reached 0 to 1, and then 1 to 2, and then 3, right? So we have already we already got 3 whole apple, right? We already got 3 whole apple. Yeah, and then the fourth apple, between 4 and 3, 3 and 4, the apple is cut into how many pieces? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces, right? So it's cut into 6 pieces. So let's take a different point here, because this point, it will become like 3 by 6, which if you simplify, it will become 1 by 2. So let's take this point, yeah, this point here. Now, since this is already cut into 6 pieces, so we put the 6 at the denominator, and let's check what is the point that is marked. See, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, right? So this is the 5th point. So the address for this point is 3, 5 over 6. Or if you just convert this to become an improper fraction, what will it become? 3 times 6 is 18. 18 plus 5, 23. Yeah, 23 over 6. So that is what this point represents. Yeah. So now let's do the same thing here. Let's do the same thing here as well. You see here, from 0 it has reached -1, -2, -3 and -4. Yeah. So it has already reached -4. So the -4 is the whole number. And between -4 and -5, let's check how many pieces the apple is cut into. You see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So obviously the denominator is 7. Yeah, 7. Now which position is it is marked, right? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth position. So this is 4. So -4, 4 by 7. That is what this point represents. That is how we mark any fraction or a rational number in a straight line, or find a point what fraction or a rational number it represents to. This is how we identify. This one also we can convert that into a improper fraction. Let's see how to do it. 4 times 7 is 28. 28 plus 4, 32, right? So 32 negative. Yeah, this is negative. You should not forget the sign. -32 over 7. So that is what this point represents to. Yeah. So what in other words it means is that if all the apples are cut into 7 pieces, right, you get 32 pieces. Yeah, same thing here. If all these apples are cut into 6 pieces each, you get 23 pieces. Yeah. Let's see how. You see here, this is cut into 6 pieces, right? From these 6 pieces, you get 5. And from here, you get all the 6 pieces. And here also, you get all the 6 pieces. And then here also, you will get all the 6 pieces. So 6 plus 6, 12 plus 6, 18. 18 plus 5, 23. That is what you get. So that is what this improper fraction, fraction means. Yeah. So don't be confused with all the terms. It is just simple things. That's all. Yeah. Got it? Easy. In your exam papers or in your test papers, they will give you some random fraction number. Yeah. Random fraction number. It can be a mixed number or a improper fraction number or a proper fraction number. They will just ask you to find between which two numbers this fraction falls in. Yeah. So if it is a mixed number, it is very straight. Very easy to find for you because you will have the whole number, right? So it is obviously falling between this whole number and the next number. Yeah. If this one is -1, then this fraction, this number is falling under, falling between -1 and -2. Yeah. For example, if they give 1000 and then they will say 3 by 7, where will this fraction or this number fall in a straight line? It's very easy. It is 1000 and then between 1000 and 1001. That's all. It's a next number. That's all. Because this is a what? A proper fraction. Yeah. Or they will give you a improper fraction, something like this, negative number or a positive number, right? What you need to do is you need to convert that to become a mixed number so that it will be easy for you to find the first number. Yeah. And obviously this one will always be a proper fraction. Yeah. If something went wrong, if you happen to get this one also a improper fraction, then your calculation is wrong. Yeah, when you convert an improper fraction to become a mixed number, then you should always get the fraction number to be the proper fraction. This one is a whole number, this one is a proper fraction. Yeah, and then this number will fall between this whole number and its next number. In this case, this fraction, I mean this mixed number, will fall between 1000 and 1001. That's all. Yeah, so it can be however big the number is. Yeah, you just need to follow this step to find where in the straight line the particular number or the fraction or the rational number will fall in. Yeah, it's very easy. That's the simple logic that you need to always remember. And also very important thing is that when you see big numbers, don't be scared. Yeah, right? So that is all for this video. If you still have any questions, please leave your comments in the comment box of this video. I will make a special video for you. Yeah, thanks for watching.